Hey everyone, D3 here from BrightIdeasScouting.com. It's another Scouting in the Park on this Friday afternoon. And we are in the series, What Have I Gotten Myself Into? It's for you who are new to a scouting role. Now maybe you've been in scouting for a few years, you've been an active parent and now you're in that leadership role. This is for you. Or maybe you've shifted roles. Maybe you've gone from that den leader and now you've moved up into the committee or into a Cub Master role. Whatever the case is, you're a new leader, and we want to help you, kind of give you an idea of what it is you've gotten yourself into and some practical tips for what you're doing in there. So today, I want to talk to you about the least utilized position, but in my experience, one of the most important, and that is the pack trainer. A lot of times when I'm going around the nation, I'm talking to packs, I'm hearing their concerns, hearing their frustrations. Inevitably, the first question I ask is, do you have a pack trainer? Sounds like you've got a lot of people involved in your pack, but you're not delivering the quality of the program you think is possible and stuff. And inevitably, about 9 times out of 10, they go, didn't even know what a pack trainer was, didn't even know there was one, or they do know and they don't have anyone. So what is the pack trainer? The pack trainer is the person who advocates and possibly even has the skills to do the teaching, but more an advocate for getting all of the leaders and active parents trained. Now, the simple things are like youth protection training. You can do that online. The den leader and Cub Master and committee position fast track, you can do those online. But from there, they really need to start taking a look at the program and starting to customize the training. So what sort of qualifications does this person have to have? Well, according to the BSA, they need to be 21. Okay, that's great and everything like that. But what really do they have to do? First of all, I believe that they have to understand the program. So if you're new to this role, I'd highly have you go back and try out our 30 days to a new program update. That's going to give you an overview of the entire new program, because you need to know what's happening so that you can find pockets and gaps of skills that are missing so that you can become that person to advocate what's going on. So first of all, they need to know what's going on in the program. They need to understand advancement, and they need to know what training is being offered. What training is offered online, it's free of charge. What training is being offered at your district level, whether it be things like Roundtable or Baloo, or Den Leader specific training, Cub Master specific training, the committee challenge training. They need to know what training is offered and when, so they can help promote that. And then they themselves need to go through some of that. So when a question comes in, they've got the answer and say, I've gone through Baloo, and since you guys are going on a camp out, we're going to talk about putting together a campfire program. So I know a lot of people shy away from this position because they think they have to do all the teaching. If you have the skills to do the teaching, great. It's more knowing what training is out there to help. This is also a critical position to have at your committee meetings. So each month, hopefully you're having a committee meeting each month. When things come up and you evaluate the program, when you evaluate the event that you're doing, you'll have a start, stop, and continue. We've talked about that in another episode. But at the end of that, the trainer's going to come in and say, okay, we've got all these start, stops, and continues. How can better training fill those gaps for the next time? And so having the trainer at the committee meetings, I think, is critical to developing a faster response to problems in the pack and being able to resolve them. Now, maybe you're doing something from, a perspective that you're like, okay, this didn't go good, and we've got a year to do it. Many times I found it happens again month after month after month as I'm traveling the country seeing all these problems and stuff. So the big thing as a pack trainer is knowing the program, understanding advancement, and understanding the training that's being offered. Now, if this person is also a great teacher, maybe they're a pastor because they're used to teaching in front of people, or an actual school teacher, or is this someone who has a passion for teaching? These are the people to be looking for when you're in that role. So, but some training. So if you're a new trainer, what trainings are out there? First of all, BALOO. You probably heard of this. This is Basic Adult Leader Outdoor Orientation. This is going to give new Cub parents outdoor skills. Many times parents like to come into Cub Scouts, gets their kids outdoors when they themselves have never camped, biked, fished, done a taunt line, not done any sort of first aid. So when you get them into the den meetings and you ask them like, hey, can you help with a knot? Can you help with some first aid? Many of them shy away because they themselves don't have those skills. BALOO is a great place to do that. From there, that builds on that is the outdoor leadership skills that we see for Boy Scouts and for Webelos den leaders. That builds upon that, and that really gives the confidence to parents that they can help with some basic outdoor skills. I know our pack tonight is going on a night camp out with some skills tomorrow morning. For many of these parents, this is one of the first times that they've camped ever. We have other parents who have been camping for 25 years. So we have a nice blend. BALOO is a training that helps get you comfortable in that outdoor experience. Also, den leader specific training, Cub Master specific training, the committee challenge is out there. Then as you start to move higher, things like Wood Badge, advanced leadership training, and that. So highly recommend that you meet with your district executive, find out what training is offered at the district, at the council, and I would even encourage you to look to the council next to you. I know I'm in the Chippewa Valley Council, and there are some things we offer that the council next to ours doesn't, so we invite them over with us, and there's great collaboration. And there are things that we ourselves don't offer that I go over to the next council over to participate, to keep my skills fresh and stuff. So just be aware of what's out there, advocate it, and slowly your pack's going to be coming much better. So have a great weekend. Until Monday, learn everything you can, share everything you know, live the Scout Oath and Scout Law, and by all means, get outside and have fun with your boys.